Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In my last video I mentioned that this sort of Highlander Mage with Yogg-Saron and C'Thun is currently one of the most popular Highlander Mage decks around, so I also had to take it out for a spin. So this is not my own list, this is just the most popular Highlander Mage deck at the moment. And it is a little bit different, and it actually took me some games to really truly realize how to play this deck, because it does differ from the Highlander Mage of old, despite general appearances being fairly similar. So what this deck does is that it runs Yogg-Saron, Master of Fate, Battlecry. If you cast 10 spells this game, spin the wheel of Yogg-Saron, so it's a comeback mechanic, sometimes a tool to win the game. And then there's C'Thun the Shattered, breaks into pieces, then you cast those pieces, you shuffle C'Thun into your deck, and then you can play C'Thun to deal 30 damage randomly split among all enemies. And in order to fit in these cards, the deck is really cutting the Dragon package. There's no Kalagos, there's no Alexstrasza, there's still the Dragon Queen Alex, but no regular Alex. There's no Malygos either. So you're losing a lot of this traditional power of Highlander Mage. So usually when I've been playing Highlander Mage, I've been able to just, if I survive early on, then I will just be able to start applying pressure, and I have a lot of pressuring tools. But what I found when I was playing this deck was that I didn't really have those pressuring tools in any similar way. So actually I was much more reliant on these old cards to actually win the game. And that of course means that you need to think about stuff like, okay, how do I protect my C'Thun? Because currently there are some control decks here and there that run Hecklebot. So if you shuffle C'Thun into your deck very late, and you will shuffle it into your deck very late because you don't have any real card draw tools in this one. Well, you have Sage and you have Arcane Intellect, but that's about it. But what I found is that actually you often need to try to save Arcane Intellect in those slower matchups, so that you can shuffle C'Thun into your deck and then you can draw it immediately, so that you can protect it. Which is something that you wouldn't really do if you were playing a regular Highlander Mage. Obviously in faster matchups where you just need to survive, you will weave in that Arcane Intellect at any point if you can, because then you just get more cards and more tools to survive. The deck has some of this basic anti-shaman teching going on. There's Acidic Swampooze and there's Kobold Sticky Finger, so you have 2 pieces of weapon removal. There's a little bit more of this secret synergy going. There's a Netherwind Portal in the deck, there's an Inconspicuous Rider in the deck. So you are able to get more secrets going. Those secret synergies are helping you survive early in the game. And after playing this deck for a while, I have to say that this is a playable deck. It seems that it's quite alright, but I still kind of prefer the non-old card approach. I tried to incorporate old cards into Highlander Mage earlier this expansion. I didn't have the best of results doing that. And while this deck does a much better job with incorporating these old cards into the deck archetype, it also changes the way the deck is able to function, because you lack that mid-game pressure. You have some of that same early-game defenses that you used to have with this Highlander Mage list that got some of the higher curve, but then mid-game pressure is really weak in this deck, and then you come back into the late game with the old cards. As for the mulligans with this deck, you're looking for your best early game cards, especially Zephyrus the Great, always a keep in a Highlander deck, it can just do anything, and Ancient Mysteries, because it just gives you a lot of tempo with cheap secret, and it also draws cards from your deck. If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe to my channel. You can also support the channel by joining as a member here on YouTube, or joining as a subscriber on Twitch where I live stream Hearthstone. And now, let's go take a look at this C'Thun Highlander Mage in action. Solar Flamewood might not be exactly ideal against Shaman. Acidic Swampooze might be a little better. Ideally, of course, I would like to steal the first weapon to deny Horde Pillagers for as long as I can. But maybe we can try to do some things with these. Let's see how it goes. I believe I want to develop. I had the option to draw and play the secret, but I think I'd rather develop here. Shaman kept a couple of cards, they have the coin. I probably do need to play the mysteries. For the Netherwind Portal, I believe. But I think I have to take the trade. We'll see. Right now I have drawn all the secrets from the deck, so the Inconspicuous Rider is useless. That just became a dead card. If Shaman wants to coin or a bloom, they will trigger the Netherwind portal, which could give me a minion that is big enough to survive a hit from the weapon. That's the thing. Hi, Sad. And so they had the Dread Corsair in hand, right? There's not much else they could really have there that they could play this turn. Well, here I'm obviously going to take that weapon away. That's still 2 weapon charges that I don't have to worry about. So let's go for it. And this turn Shaman can't do much. Only 2 mana, already sold 1 bloom. And I get to play the body of C'Thun. Okay. Then it's time to play the body. Trade that one away. Shaman in the face a little. Okay. We might be going places here. My hand is a little thin. The good stuff I have is expensive. It will take me a long time to get to those. That Netherwind portal really made a difference. And that it delivered a minion that had more than 4 health. 4 drops, average stats is like 4/4. So many of the 4 drops would have been killable by the Shaman with the weapon, but this one wasn't.
Treasure? Loot? What more can I ask for?
Ouch, face tanking that's gotta hurt. Broomstick is good though. That gives the Shaman hope. Ooh, Frostbolt is good too. So I can prevent the Shaman from evolving next turn. Is that strong enough? They would have 6 mana available. That'll offer some really big evolves. I suppose I just need to freeze that. 5. I don't quite have the damage numbers here. Taking away the minion, I suppose. I just don't quite have the damage numbers. As an upside, Shaman probably cannot heal. So we'll see how this one's going to work out. Did they get a Titanic Lucky or Damage Lucky? Or Rush Lucky? Actually, there are 3 good Luckies that they could have received. 3 good ones. That's definitely one of them. Lots of stuff on the board. Oh no! That was good. 3 damage to all minions. It will kill my own minion too. But I suppose that's what I want to do. That will deny some sea giants.
Interesting.
Do I have any good alternatives? What if I try to delay this by a turn? Any way to make that work?
Perhaps.
Just get a Flame Ward out there now. 4 minions on the board, sea giants become playable. I use this now. I'm still not pushing a whole lot of damage. I think there's got to be a Flame Ward here. Just ping face and hit there. Let's try this approach. On the board, Shaman doesn't have enough minions to kill the 2/6. They would have to swing into it. They could. And they could not attack with any of them to the face to deny Flame Wards. There's actually just enough minions on the board so that they could play a Sea Giant if they do nothing else. Between the Heart of C'Thun, let's see. Okay, getting that Mogu evolved is a pretty big deal, I guess. That becomes a 7/7. That's pretty good. So they don't die, yeah. And that 8/8 is really good too. Oh dear. If shaman gets access to another weapon, and they could, that could be a big problem. Thought of C'Thun there. That 8/8 4-drop was really strong. That's a problem. I mean, I have C'Thun an Ice Barrier for next turn. Maybe it's enough to keep me alive. But I'm taking 19 here, and if the shaman has a weapon, I'm taking 23. Do they have a weapon? And then if they can... But if they find Revolve, I might still survive to the Amazing Reno. It's still possible. They had the third weapon. Ouch. There's also a chance that I won't survive. A Revolve kills me. No, it doesn't. We'll try with this. Another rush, but I've already seen a broomstick and a Mogu. Finding a third rush is unlikely. I've already seen 2 of the 4 rushes from the deck. And I have the Amazing Reno for next turn, if I survive this turn. Then it doesn't matter that they're evolved again. And then I've seen 3 of the 4 weapons. Can Shaman really have 4 of the 4 weapons in the first half of the deck? I suppose it is possible. But will it really happen? They could also not swing with the weapon now. And not develop more. So to play around Reno. That's pretty easy thing to develop there. 8 plus 4, that's 12 damage. Now it's 13 damage. I'm at 14. Should they choose not to swing. Now it's a little more. Solarian Prime could win the game, but it's unlikely. They managed to hold back an evolve there. If I play Solarian Prime, I'm at 14, so if the Yashuras survives, Yashuras and Knuckles is enough to kill me. Reno is guaranteed to keep me alive, but then the Shaman gets to do another evolve board next. Which could be a strong one, I haven't seen any Sea Giants yet. I suppose I still need to go with the Reno now. That might buy me a turn where Solarian Prime, even partially failing, would still be enough that I could stay alive. Okay, the second hair. If Shaman uses the hero, Shaman might pick up a Doomsayer. There are 2 1-drops on the board right now. There's definitely a chance for them to pick up a Doomsayer. They did not pick up a Doomsayer. I'm at 15. Too much damage on the board, has to be the Solarian Prime. Okay, does the Solarian Prime save me? Drawing cards isn't useful. Frost Nova is very, very useful. Okay. I need to get that. But can I find enough for next turn? There's still Frost Nova in the deck, there's still a Blizzard in the deck. I could top deck one of those, or Reno could do something. Reno all day. Yeah, Reno is Reno is Reno. I'm at 15. Shaman has had 3 of the 4 weapons. Shaman's board is full. If I top deck Frost Nova. Okay, now this is getting interesting. 9 damage. If I shoot it over here, it goes this way, then these 2 die. Goes over this way, these 2 die. What if I trade there?
What would make us rich?
Shaman could win with... Yeah, I thought I had.
What would make us rich?
I really thought I did. But I don't. I need to try what I can here. Needed more time. 15. Weapon is lethal. I needed another secret than the Netherwind portal. Weapon is lethal now. Everything else goes face first, and then the weapon is lethal. I didn't have enough time to see what the other option was that was given to me. But weapon is now lethal. If Shaman found the weapon. Did they really get the 4th weapon? They have had 3 weapons already. Did they pick up the 4th one? They didn't pick up the 4th weapon. Good.
Wanna go for a round?
Yeah, let's brawl!
There is little time.
So Zippers for Twisting Nether? Would that be a way? Shaman has 1 card. What is the path? Zippers for Twisting Nether? There's also like some kind of a Blizzard play. That would give me the initiative. Would Zippers give me a Blizzard? If I open with the Doomsayer. 5 mana, 8 mana. Zippers for the Frost Nova. Zippers will give me a Frost Nova now. That's my plan. I've seen both Mogus. No, I've seen only 1 Mogu. I thought I've seen 2 Mogus. I'm not sure anymore. This gives me the initiative. So this is much better than the alternative.
Looks like I'm here just...
And now we're safe. I have Vaporize up. I have Netherwind Portal up. I'm safe. I'm still not completely happy about the game. I could have played a little better. I think the turn where I did the ring toss was correct. I just didn't have time to pick the second secret. Maybe these are good enough. But overall this Highlander Mage deck is not as good as my Highlander Mage deck, but it's playable. This is the most popular Highlander Mage deck at the moment. For whatever reason. So assuming it's Plagiarize. I'm gonna give the Rogue an Imprisoned Observer. Turned out to be an ambush. Oh, that was surprising. They don't run ambush that much anymore.
Care to make a wager, friend?
Okay, is there going to be a huge Edwin? No. That's good. I can just freeze these for the time being. I can just play a Flame Ward. It will handle most of them. Got a Wand Thief out there. Wand Thief for what exactly? I don't have a lot of dragons in the deck, so Arcane Breath isn't really a thing. Potion of Illusion can be nice, but I suppose it will have to be a ring toss. It's so unlikely that I would actually get to a position where I can play Potion of Illusion effectively. I'm expecting potentially something like an Edwin. Flame Ward clears out some of those. Yeah, here comes some kind of big Edwin play or something. It's not an Edwin play. Oh. Well, that was weak. That was really, really weak. Do I just want to drop an Eye of C'Thun out there? It corrupts the ring toss. Sure, let's just play it. Corrupting the ring toss is useful. Now we have 10 damage from Reno, but Rogue still has the coin. So they clearly haven't had an Edwin in hand. But they could have a Questing Adventurer in hand. And this could be a turn where Questing Adventurer is being played.
Give me a quest.
How much health can they get on this board? And can they handle the 4-5? Those are the main questions here. Because I have a Reno, and I have a Rolling Fireball too. Alright. Ah, the high roll with the death rattle. And there seems to be sufficient health on this board to survive a Reno. And that doesn't mean that I'm out of options. Rolling Fireball here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Doesn't quite kill the egg. I could kill this with the combustion too. I could even combust here and then ping there. To leave a little bit of a smaller board. It saves the Rolling Fireball for another one of those or something. That might be okay. Let's combust over there and ping away the questing. There's just one attack on the board. And now they got a combustion from the Plagiarize, but that's fine. Didn't give them any too good cards there. Still leaves him with some ring toss options. There's one more Shadow Step remaining. It's being used immediately. So was the top deck card an Edwin now? Because it definitely wasn't a Questing Adventurer. But it could be an Edwin top deck. It's not an Edwin top deck. And this positioning is not great. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's perfect positioning from my perspective. Not so much from theirs, I suppose. Guess I do want a Rolling Fireball though. Right? I mean, there are alternatives. There's like the Ring Toss and the Frost Nova. Wait a moment, see what the Rogue will want to do next. If Ring Toss gives me a Flame Ward, that would be ideal, right? Flame Ward, please. I didn't manage to pick up the Flame Ward. Ah, that's really too bad. Do I pick up the Rigged Fair game then and freeze the board? That's an alternative. I could do that. Let's do that. But Rogue will likely dagger and hit me in the face, so I won't actually get the Rigged Fair game cards. So then maybe the Vaporize was stronger after all. It's just that I don't have a great way to handle the board here. Okay, we get rid of the Dirty Tricks. Rogue doesn't attack, so I will get the card draw. That's nice. Didn't expect that, but I'm happy about it, of course. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Try to devolve these. I might as well. Solarian doesn't really matter. No, I can do Rolling Fireball over there. Kill those. See what I can devolve these into. I can devolve some of them into something. Alright. That 3-6 though has so much health. That's annoying. I think I can play the Solarian. I was contemplating pinging the Wisp, but I suppose this is fine.
What makes something real?
I've seen both Shadow Steps already. So far so good. Nine mana. Reno just doesn't kill a whole lot of this board, right? It might still get some things done. I guess I can give it a try. Let's see what Reno is going to kill. I mean, the illusion dies to a single hit, so it doesn't soak more damage. And when it goes like this, then I can ping away the tree one. There is no random mage spell, in addition to combustion, and 3 rogue cards. Haven't seen any secret passages yet, so there could still be some awkward things coming. I would love to find my amazing Reno. But, oh dear, that was a great random mage card. So 6 spells to choose from. There's a high likelihood that there's some damage included. And then because I haven't seen the eviscerates yet, that can get... Oh, that was a pretty good one. Nice Ahmet. I've seen one prep, there's another prep left. There was double fireball, but they chose not to use them. That's somewhat surprising. How many risks can I take? What if that's a taunt minion? 5, 6 damage here. Needs another 11. But I know there is a combustion in hand, so combustion is good against my Chandees. That's a bit of a bummer. I don't seem to quite get where I want to be here.
What makes something real?
It's got to be the illusion, right? Probably, yeah. I think we'll do it like this here. Let's create some interesting tension.
Give me a quest.
I still have the Morph C'Thun, so I'm not afraid of an individual minion. There will be the combustion here. But I have that Netherwind portal for more minions. So that's still kind of scary. How many one-cost minions can you have? Apparently, fairly many. There's no 8-cost spell that deals 10 damage, right? I'm afraid there isn't. I can put the rogue down to 9, and then I can pick up a Pyroblast for next turn. Isn't that the way? Just more of C'Thun on that one. Hit the rogue in the face. Develop the ice barrier. I can actually put the rogue to 10. And then play Zephyrus for a Pyroblast. This one here. And now Rogue needs to heal or kill me, and there's no way they can kill me. So the Rogue has to heal now. If they fail to heal, well, they are dead. There are no counter spells available for the Rogue. They randomly generated a C'Thun Defender. Well, that was surprising. Obviously not quite what I expected to happen. In a position like this, I will then have to play Yogg-Saron. Let's see if that works. Yes, the Demon Hunter card is 8 damage. Okay, so my minions have Rush. That goes there, this goes here. So this one goes there. This one goes there. This goes over here, and I believe this one needs to go over there, right? I believe so, yes. Okay, let's see what happens next. That randomly generated C'Thun Defender and randomly generated Conjurer's Calling was of course something that was difficult to anticipate. But we'll see how it goes. Alright. If one of the 7 attack minions survives and the Rogue doesn't get a taunt, well, Rogue can generate another random mage card. And that could now be an Ice Barrier or a Flame Ward or something. Flame Ward would do nothing. Actually, is that ever going to be enough? Well, I'm sure we're about to find out. I haven't seen any Eviscerates played yet, so there could be an Eviscerate somewhere. Rogue can also find another Blackjack Stunner. That can help the Rogue. So, it could be Vaporize, it could be Flame Ward. What if it's Vaporize? But I can't play around them both. I can only play around one of them. I can play around the Vaporize or I can play around the Flame Ward. That sort of 50-50 could easily be something that the Rogue has to take there. What if it's an Ice Barrier? Then I just don't have enough damage. So this one will kill that one. This one tries to go face. And then I can... It could be a counter spell. What if it's a counter spell? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage, 6 damage. Well, it was not a counter spell. What if it's an entity? Ah, I should not have played the minion, in case there's an entity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 damage now, so Rogue only needs another 6. I have a counter spell up, but there is a chance that there is a spell into double Eviscerate. That would have been lethal even if I didn't play the card, right? Yes, that would have still been lethal.
Care to make a wager, friend?
Come, friend.
Well, Rogue gets another chance. Because they also were running Tenwu, which is not a very common inclusion in the deck. But it has to be a secret. It is a secret. But I mean, I had a counter spell up, so it didn't even matter. Well, we finally take this game. After such a long time. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.